Hey, what's up, guys? If you remember, I talked about the ReadyStore.com and how I'm now an affiliate, and I'm going to be getting some products sent out, and I'm going to be able to show you guys a lot of cool stuff that they offer. Not only gear, but as well as different food options you may have, and some really good long-term storage for food. Really interesting stuff. I just got a package today with just a couple oddball items to start off with, and this is one little piece of kit I think is pretty cool. Definitely has room for improvement. You guys know that I'm always going to be honest with you in reviews, and nothing's going to be sugar-coated or anything. It's just my total opinion on it. If I don't like something, I'll let you know. And I think this is a really good place to start with a kit. I don't think it's a perfect kit. I think there's definitely some alterations that you might want to make, specifically to where you live and what your needs are. But there's a couple things I'll explain more as I go through this video. But anyway, it's a really good place to start. It's called the Ready Bottle. It's a one-person emergency kit. It's supposed to be the gear you need for one person to survive 3 days minus food and water. All this stuff packs up in this bottle. In fact, when you get it new, it's going to all be inside this bottle. I happen to get a yellow one. I'm not sure if you can pick the color, but it's just a bunch of different colors. It's got the logo on the front here. There's all their contact information. Now, because I am an affiliate, if you use the link that's on my homepage and you end up buying something on their website, I do get a slight portion, a very small percentage of the sale. So I do appreciate that, but hey, if you don't want to support me, then just go directly to thereadystore.com, type in your browser up top, URL, and it has nothing to do with me. But anyway, like I said, it's a cool little piece of kit. It's a good place to start. Everything packs up in this Nalgene bottle. Now you see a lot of these different kits all over the place now. They're becoming pretty popular. It's just a quick little grab and go type thing. There's a lot of different, obviously, as you can see here, stuff in it, and I'm going to talk about each one briefly. But the first thing, obviously, you get the bottle. So you have a storage container that's, pretty durable here. Everyone's probably familiar with Nalgene bottles. So you can hold 32 ounces of water. So that's the first thing. Obviously, if you unpack all this stuff and put it in your bag or your pockets or whatever, then you have the empty bottle for water storage and carry. This came with a carabiner on top, which is a nice little addition, and a split ring. You can quickly clip this to your backpack or gear, or your belt loop on your jeans or pants. So that's a nice little option they threw in there. And then this is all the stuff that comes with it. I'm just going to, like I said, just briefly go over some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I opened up the top, they do come completely sealed. I just checked it out and ended up folding it back up. First thing you get is a rain poncho. That's always good. You can use this, obviously, a lot of different uses for this. It's pretty thin, but you can use this for a shelter building to kind of waterproof a shelter for a roof. If you see a bunch of other videos, you'll know that a poncho can be pretty handy. You can use it as a makeshift garbage bag, if you're not in a survival situation and you just want to collect all your camp garbage. There's a lot of different uses for it. Basically, big old piece of plastic, and obviously its main purpose is to keep you dry in the rain. So that's nice. Second thing in here is an emergency blanket. Again, great item to have for its obvious use to keep you warm in an emergency type situation. Again, also you can use this for a makeshift waterproofing roof for a shelter. Another good option. So those off to the side. This I really like. I don't see this in a lot of these kits. These are two separate hand warmers. Each one says they're good up to 8 hours. Again, very good if you have a sleeping bag, whether it's survival or not, just regular camp stuff. This is great to have. You can throw this in your sleeping bag if the nights get really chilly. Definitely helps. You can use this in your pocket as a little hand warmer. They're just really good to have. So I like that. That came with those. Two of them here. Glow stick. Another great thing to have. This is a battery-free source of light, which is really good. Also very good for spotting. You can see at night. Obviously, glows pretty bright. I'm sure most of you have played with these when you're younger. These glow sticks are really great. So that's good. You get a green one in here. You get some water purification tablets. This will come in handy if you find, maybe some questionable water out in the wild somewhere, and now you have your bottle. You can fill it up with water, and you have 2 tablets here. Okay, micro pure tablets. You get 2 of them. And let's see, you get some waterproof matches, which is always good. Stand Sport happens to be the brand. Get a bunch of them here. I don't know the exact count, but there's at least 20 or 30. So waterproof matches are always good. You get this kind of a multi-tool type deal. Basically, a big old piece of cord. You can hang this around your neck. And the main function here is a whistle. You got a pee whistle with a little ball in it. It's pretty loud. Give you a little toot here. So So that's functional to get people's attention. On top here you have a compass. I wouldn't completely rely on this compass. I think that if you're traveling out in the woods and you know you have some maps and you know your destination, all that, I would probably carry 2 or 3 compasses to kind of check them against each other, make sure they're working. Also, obviously, as a backup compass. You know, if you don't know your way around the woods or what direction you need to go, a compass is pretty useless to you. But for the smart hiker, you know, someone who's going out in country they're not familiar with, definitely come in handy. So it's nice to have a little backup. This whole container, top unscrews. You can put whatever you want in here. It comes empty. You can put a couple of those matches in there if you want to save room. Consolidate, put matches in there. And make sure you put the striker in there too, because they're not strike anywhere. So anyway, you can put whatever you want in there. Maybe a couple things of gum or candy or whatever. But that's you know, a little storage tube. And on the side here you have a little ferrocerium rod you can strike off to get some sparks. It's pretty thin and small. I would definitely, to this kit, I'll tell you some additions I would do towards the end here, but at least you do have that option. You have a couple strikes there on the ferrocerium rod. So that's pretty nice. Let's wrap that back up. Let's see what else we got here. We have a flashlight. Flashlight's pretty cheap, but functional. It takes, let's say, you unscrew the bottom here, and you have a little insert, and it takes 3 AAA batteries. You do get the batteries with this kit. Like I said, kind of cheap, but it is functional. It does work. It gives you light. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's the batteries you get, brand new. You also get a knife. This is a copy of a Swiss Army knife. Not good quality. I would definitely not rely on this knife. It's, you know, pretty substandard, to be honest. And then I'll talk about in a minute some of the revisions I would make to this kit. Then of course you get your little first aid kit, which is very important. You know, when you're out in the bush or, you know, the bush, the wild. Even a little nick or scratch can definitely turn into something pretty nasty because you're obviously in a naturally dirty environment. So cleanliness and making sure you keep wounds clean and stuff like that is pretty important. You get 2 little, I guess this is like a moist towelette type deal, just to clean off some surface dirt and any grime and stuff like that. You get some alcohol prep pads, which are going to kill any bacteria on the surface of the skin and outside the wound, which is good. You get 2 aspirin type pain reliever pills. Good for thinning your blood too. If, say, you're, I don't know, you think you're having a heart attack or something, you could pop a couple of these. Hopefully that'll help. You know, a lot of people like to carry bare aspirin for that reason, and you know, whatever your preferred pain reliever is. Obviously, there's a couple uses for this. Its main use is, of course, to relieve headache or small pain. You also get a little. It's not much here, but it's definitely enough for a decent-sized gash. Some triple antibiotic cream, so that's always good as well. And then some bandages. Very simple. You know, somewhat large. You can see next to my finger here, Band-Aids. Yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 6 of them. Alright, so pretty basic little first aid kit, but it's definitely a good place to start. Alright, what would I do to this kit to make it better? Let's bring in all this stuff again so I could show you. Alright, first thing I would do, ditch the knife. Most of you guys watching this video or have any interest in survival type situations and preparedness and all that kind of deal, I'm sure you have a Swiss Army knife somewhere. Ditch this one, put a good one in your kit. Okay, that's the first thing. If you're not really into Swiss Army knives, you can substitute a good multi-tool. You know, Wave, Leatherman Wave, or you know, whatever. There's a million out there, the Swiss tools. Whatever your preference is for a multi-tool, stick it in your kit. It's a very good piece of kit. If you want to also add a regular dedicated folding knife or small fixed blade, even better. Okay, but I would definitely take out this knife and put something better in there. Okay. Second thing is flashlight. Flashlight's iffy. It's a flashlight that's going to work. There's nothing wrong with it. It comes with brand new batteries. For most situations, it's probably going to give you enough light. That's your call. It's a functional flashlight. Again, nothing wrong with it. Again, most of you guys watching this video probably already have better flashlights out there. You know, why not just take this out and put one of your better ones in there? Okay, if you know it's going to have a longer run time, then, you know, there's no reason not to. But if you don't have a flashlight, there's nothing wrong with this. Okay, the major thing I would say with this kit is you do need a better knife. This main blade, I mean, it comes decently sharp. I mean, for some pretty crude work, it would work. But it's definitely no good. I would definitely, like I said, the first thing I do is take the knife out. Flashlight, it can go either way. You know, it's going to work fine for you, but I'm sure if you have a better flashlight, you're going to want to swap that out. Okay, let's see, what else? Obviously, if you have any other kind of gear, other lights or anything that takes batteries that you're going out into the woods with, let's say cell phone, camera, you know, whatever, GPS, keep spare batteries in here. Okay, if you have other types of batteries you need, like, you know, double A's or whatever, 9 volts, put them in your kit. Okay, that's another good piece of advice. Is obviously carry spare batteries, whatever you're gonna need. So that's another thing I would do. As far as the first aid kit, it's actually a pretty decent little first aid kit. You know, depending on your needs, maybe you want to put some other things in there, some more alcohol swabs, maybe some larger bandages for a larger gash or cut. You know, that's totally up to you. Matches are totally sufficient. I would add probably a fire steel. You know, you want to have at least 2 or 3 different forms of making fire, okay, or ways of to make fire. You know, the whole rule of you know, 2 is 1 or 3 is 2, 2 is 1 kind of deal. That definitely applies here. Okay, you don't want to rely on just matches to get a fire started. In a real situation, they're very good to have. They might not always work. You know, even though these are waterproof, it's just good to have something as a backup plan. Okay, so I definitely add a fire steel to this. What else? That's about it for the basic stuff. Obviously, if you have other needs, you know, when you go camping or hiking or, you know, bird watching, whatever you do out in the woods, you know, you can form this to whatever needs you're gonna have. But I think, like I said, it's a very good start. It's definitely something to you know, you can work off of, which I think is really great. The price on this kit here is $28.49 from the Ready Store. So I think it's definitely a reasonable price for what you're getting here. I mean, if you were to buy all this stuff separately, especially something as simple as Band-Aids, or even if you go get cheap Band-Aids, they're kind of expensive. Lightstick, it's just nice to have all the stuff in one place. Sure, you can probably buy all this stuff individually. It would definitely cost you more. I know that for a fact. So it is good to start off with a kit like this and then work from there. So I think with the proper revisions, this is definitely a good place to start. So anyway, just my take on the Ready bottle from the Ready Store. So for under 30 bucks before shipping, I definitely think it's a nice little kit. Don't forget to change out your knife. This is it's really not a good knife at all. I can't stress that. Again, flashlight, it can go either way. It's going to work for you if you need it to, so that's what counts, right? So anyway, that's it. That's the Ready bottle, my little my take on it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to more stuff from the Ready Store. I got some food. I got a really cool flashlight radio type thing. You know, one of those crank lights that everyone's interested in. So so far, pretty impressed with that. And I have some oddball food items I'm going to be showing you too.